Hello, my name is Christina and I want to welcome you to my cooking channel, Czech Cookbook. I'm so glad that you tuned in because today we'll be making spinach sauce. This is another really typical Czech dish. In Czech Republic we would have this spinach frozen blocks and that's what we would use. But here there is no way in USA that I can find these spinach blocks. So I decided to create a recipe using fresh spinach leaves and it's so much better. It just tastes amazing. So this is what we are going to use. I have here 2 bags and it's 6 ounces each. And it seems like a lot of it, but it will shrink and it will reduce because spinach is full of water. So you will see how much it will reduce. So 2 6 ounces bag. Then we will need 1/4 of a cup of oil. Here I'm using olive oil. 1/3 of a cup of flour. Now we will need 1 cup water plus 2 cups water. And you will see why it's not 3 cups total, because we'll use it for 2 different things. Then we have 5 garlic cloves, 1 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, because when I did 2 teaspoons it was too salty, so that's why it's such a weird measurement. Then we have 1/2 cup of whipping cream and it makes it so good, really creamy and tasty. And lastly we will need 1 egg. So let's start to create this amazing and healthy delicious meal. Here is 1 bag of the spinach and I like to rinse it. This is a beautiful organic spinach. Just a little rinse. You will need a food processor and put in this part with the knife. This helps a lot to chop it off in small pieces. And I just washed 1 bag, so you will need to wash also the other bag and stuff it all in here. Just be careful with the knives on the bottom. So I just washed another bag and you have to press it in there. It fits nicely both of the bags. Here we have 2 spinach bags. Each bag is 6 ounces, so 12 ounces total. And I compressed it really well. Let's put it on here. We will be adding 1 cup of water, which will help the leaves to shred better, otherwise it would be spinning on empty and that doesn't work. And this is a great way how to preserve the freshness of the spinach, because you don't have to cook it first and then blend it. I just figure why not try it to shred it while it's still raw, and it works. So we'll be shredding it and it will be noisy. Make sure you do it long enough so all the leaves get nicely shredded, and look at that, it's amazing. We have now spinach ready to use. We will need to press our garlic, so let's do that first. This way we are ready when we need to be ready. So 5 cloves of garlic. First we will start with making a roux. So let's turn on the flame. I'm making the roux with oil. So I have 1/4 of a cup of olive oil in here. One-third of a cup of flour. Let's mix this. And you want to let it get a little more color. Let's stir it really well. Plus olive oil works really well with spinach. This will help to thicken our sauce. You don't want to burn it, so this looks good. Now we'll be adding 2 cups of water. And keep stirring so we don't have chunks in there. And now we will be stirring it so it gets incorporated with the water. As you see, it's nicely incorporated. And now we have nice thickening sauce for our spinach. So let's add our spinach. And look at this color. I'm trying still to stir this so we don't burn it. Let's lower the flame. And look at that. That's amazing. To be careful because I don't want to drop the knives in there, the middle part. Let's stir this, and we can be adding more ingredients because you don't want to cook it too long. This way it keeps the vitamins and it keeps the nice green color. More you cook it, darker the green, and you will lose the vitamins. So let's add 1 3/4 teaspoon of salt. We have here 5 cloves of garlic. Spinach and garlic, they're just meant to be together. Let's bring it to boil before we add our egg, so the egg can cook well. You can keep stirring too. It's boiling now, so I'll lower the flame again. Here is 1 egg, so let's whisk it a little bit to break the egg yolk. Oops, eggs flying everywhere on the stove. And now you want to stir and pour the egg slowly, so you don't have huge chunks in there. Now as soon as it starts to boil again, you will see the egg being cooked, which that's what we need. We need to make sure the egg gets cooked really well. It's bubbly, so it's boiling again. And lastly, we will be adding 1/2 cup of whipping cream. This sauce is done in no time. It takes about 10 minutes, which is amazing. Plus you preserved all the vitamins. Just need to make sure that the egg is cooked, which is by boiling. Look at that. Such a creamy spinach. Bring it back to boil. It's boiling again, so let's turn it off, and ladies and gentlemen, we are done. Now we can serve it with amazing potato dumplings, which I will post a link under in the description under this video on YouTube, so you can check it out. And also I will show you how to make this egg that we will put as a side dish with this. Now I want to show you how to make an egg as a side dish to our spinach sauce. So let's turn on the flame. In Czech, it's very common that we pair it with an egg, but we also like to do it with a roasted hot dog. It's really good too. So let's put some oil into our pan. I need to add more. So it's everywhere on our pan. Now the oil is covering the whole pan, which is perfect. And let's see if it's warm enough, hopefully. So let's crack 1 egg and try to have it close. If it spreads like this, don't worry and just do help it a little bit. Lower the flame a little bit. Let's sprinkle some salt on top, a little bit of pepper. Now we can add another egg. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a little dangerous. I'm trying to do it as close as possible to each other, so I can put 3 of them in there. A little bit of salt, a little pepper. And let's do the last egg. And the last egg is in. I try to separate them a little bit. Now I can raise the heat a little bit. You can also move them now, and if they get connected, just try to separate them. First, let's do it on one side, and then we'll flip them. If it's shooting too much, just lower the flame. You can also look underneath and see how well they are done already. So I can now flip this one. You want to do it carefully so the egg yolk does not burst. And I need my fork. Try not to poke it. And now it depends on you how you like it. If you want it a little runny, then you can feel it, and then you can stop frying it if you like it a little runny. Let's flip the other one too. Try to not poke the egg yolk, like I said. And harder it feels, more the egg yolk is cooked. I do like it a little runny, so I will take this one out already. And that's it. You can look also... Whoa! Seriously? Chill out.